All right, we're still in Virginia. I love Virginia. I don't know why. I never thought like Virginia was a cool place. It's awesome. The Blue Ridge Parkway. Wow, I bet this is so pretty. All right, so we are in Luray, Virginia. We stayed in Woodbridge last night, I think. It's just outside of Alexandria in Washington, D.C. I wanted to stay there because I had life things to do yesterday, like laundry and shower. So we did that. I worked a little bit, and today, I also wanted to stay there because I was meeting up with a friend from high school, and she lives in Alexandria, so that was pretty close to where she lived. And we were able to meet up for a hike and lunch this afternoon, and she suggested Luray. I had looked up some places last night before hanging out with her, and this was one of the places that was listed close to Shenandoah National Park and like the hiking areas and stuff, but had service, so I would be able to work during the day and night as I needed to. So she also sent me a list of like 5 or 6 of her favorite hikes in this area and that are dog friendly because she has 2 beautiful dogs. And so I'll probably check out 1 or 2 of them if the weather stays good, which it has been. It was supposed to rain, but that went away. We might end up staying here 2 nights. We'll see kind of how hiking goes tomorrow, how much work I get done, and how we like the area. But she said this is like one of her favorite parks, so I'm gonna check it out, and it might be worth to stay, so I'll let you know. Okay, so we were driving up to a hike. The dogs are in the van still, and we have to go up this road, but it's closed, so I think we're just gonna walk up the road for a while and see if there's any viewpoints or anything like that. So my friend said that a lot of the roads to the hikes might be closed, so I knew that this was a potential, so we may not be staying as long. I still might stay 1 more night in that same town, not in the same camping spot, because 2 trains went by last night and the dogs kind of freaked out. They did not like the trains. So we'll find a different place to park in or close to town, and then we'll probably head out tomorrow. But it's a beautiful area. Lovely. Okay. At a lot of points on this trip, I swear, like, all of it is all right, where can I walk my dogs? And here we are. It's good though, it's fun. It's fun to have company. The walk up the fire road was pretty short because it entered private property, so I don't even know if this is the right route to that hiking trail, but maybe. So I'm just gonna have lunch because no one else is out here. And it's lunchtime. So because of our train experience last night, I was like, let's camp out of a city. The camping areas that I have found are non-existent. So I used the iOverlander app, and there was a bunch recommended on what's called Cole Road, which is like in this national forest. So logically, I'm like, yeah, that'll have stuff. And some of the roads were closed, so that's fair. But then some of them that were marked were on private property, so I couldn't camp there. So I was like, I'll go to this trailhead and maybe you can camp there, or I'll just park there overnight, because there's been a few trailheads on the trip that I have parked there overnight. But on the little trailhead map thing, it says no parking within X amount from the trailhead or the road, which is this parking lot. So we're gonna go back 30 minutes back into town. It's a different town, and it will just be at a Walmart. But we had just had a very scenic and confusing drive. So fed the dogs, and It should be dark by the time I get there, so I'll eat and then I'll work for the rest of the night. But what a time. Sometimes finding parking is a real pain. And this is one of those times. So it is what it is. Okay, I have no idea how my hair looks because it's dark. It doesn't really matter. So after that disaster of trying to find a place to camp, sleep, or park, whatever the heck you want to call it, that was not in town, because I don't always like sleeping in town. We're in town. And we're settled. I'm eating supper, which is super random. I was planning on cooking stuff tonight if we could find a place to camp out there. So instead I'm eating cucumbers with some cashew cheese. I'm gonna have a soy yogurt with some berries and a protein shake. Yeah, because I'm still on the train of it's cold outside when we're in town. I don't really like cooking in the parking lot anyway. So, here we are. Today, I was just gonna like take an easy day, just chill. And then for some reason, like once we started going and the day started moving, I was like, let's do all these things. So we tried to find a hiking spot, which we just ended up being that road. And it was pretty short, so we hiked it twice. And then I found a different town that had like this like cool wildlife park. And so I worked there in the parking lot for a while because there was no one around. And the dogs could kind of chill after our 2 little walks this morning. And then we went on a hike there. And then we drove for a while until we got to this town, Strange. I don't know what it is called, but it's still close enough to Shenandoah that I can try to go in tomorrow and see if there's some hiking open in this area. We found a dog park. We had to have spent like an hour and a half driving around though after the dog park, which is such a waste of gas. So try to be like pretty strategic about like where I'm going and where I'm going to be parking. But this area had like 5 or 6 like camping spots marked on the map. I just couldn't find them, or the roads were closed, or they're marked private property. So I don't know if I was in the wrong area. It was the same road name. It was in the National Forest land. So I don't know. But I like Virginia so far. I'm probably gonna hang around here till like Wednesday. I don't know, because I'm trying to get to Alabama this weekend. I should probably see how far away that is, because I think I'll also go through like Chattanooga and stuff. I love Chattanooga. I'm gonna have to stop there for sure. I need to figure this out. That's all for the day. Thank you for coming. Another downside of winter. A lot of stuff is closed. This is the Blue Ridge Parkway. And it would be cool to drive on it. I could probably just park here and walk up. And at least go to that overlook. I'm gonna do that. Come on. The Blue Ridge Parkway. Wow, I bet this is so pretty. All right, we're still in Virginia. I love Virginia. I don't know why I never thought like Virginia was a cool place. It's awesome. I'm trying to think of where exactly I am. Natural Bridge, I think is the town, and I'm parked in the Natural Bridge State Park like parking lot. I took a little bit of a nap. I was super tired. We did a lot of things today. And then I was like, oh, I'll just hang out here, make supper. And there's a parking area like just down the street from here that I know I can park at overnight. So I'll park there overnight, and then we'll probably come back here and hike in the morning. So it'll be kind of like a good balance. There was a really cool camping area just down the road from the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is closed. But we walked up it a little bit to look at an overlook. But it had no cell service, and I needed it to work, so that's kind of the bummer about doing one of these trips when I'm working at the same time, is like I can't just camp anywhere. It has to be very intentional. So that's kind of one downside, but the upside is like I don't need to rush because I'm not using my PTO because I'm working every weekday and sometimes on the weekends. Whoops. I should have better boundaries with that. But tonight I made some cheesy ramen with some peas for some protein and veggies. I haven't been eating that many veggies in the van. Well, I have been, like with lunches and stuff like that, I guess. But I wanted a protein other than beans, and one that wasn't like an artificial or like synthetic one. I don't know how to phrase it. One that wasn't like a fake vegan meat, because I'm eating a lot of those tofurkey deli slices, which are fine. It's just wheat gluten. But peas are a good source of protein, so stick with that. So tomorrow might be the last day in Virginia because I'm trying to get to Alabama by the weekend. But I really like it here. Yeah, that's all. That's it and that's all. So I am outside of Salem, Roanoke, Virginia area, and I found part of the Blue Ridge Parkway that is still open, and this area is called Devil's Backbone, or the view of Devil's Backbone, I guess. Must be those mountains over there. And on iOverlander it said a couple of other van people got permission from the rangers that they could park up here overnight, so we're probably gonna stay here most of the day at least. And I can work. I'll definitely have lunch, just hang out, enjoy the view, and if a ranger stop by, I will ask them if I can stay up here tonight. I haven't seen anyone else really in the area, so hopefully it's fine. We'll find out. We are still in Virginia. I'm still planning to be in Alabama by the weekend, so I should probably leave Virginia at some point. but it's not too far. I was going to stay at that overlook on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I had a weird feeling about it, and I was like, I know it said people had stayed up here on Overlander, but I'm gonna double check that it is even okay to do it. And I looked on the Blue Ridge Parkway little website, and it said sleeping in a vehicle overnight on an overlook on the Blue Ridge Parkway is not permitted for safety reasons. And there was actually like quite a few people stopping while I was up there. So in one car, doubled back a couple of times, which gave me a weird feeling. So I was like, you know what? Let's just move on, because I want to get closer to Alabama anyway. We spent most of the afternoon up there, and it was really nice. It was pretty quiet, and sorry for all the noise. I'm getting my food ready for the night. It was pretty quiet, other than those few cars and that one car that kept circling back. That was not a ranger. That's just a person. Great view. Good enough service. Had a work meeting. Got some work done, and I'll do some more work here now. And we're just at another Walmart. I'm tired of parking at Walmarts, but man, are they convenient. Walmart and Cracker Barrel. We tend to go to those as kind of like a fail-safe. So I do try to find camping when I can, or places out of big towns, but these are great just as needed when I don't know where else to go, and I kind of want somewhere a little more convenient along the path, especially since sometimes I have a destination in mind. So enough of that. Tonight, I'll show you what I'm eating. I feel like people are going to judge me for the food that I'm eating on this trip, but like I said, I'm trying to minimize the amount of cooking that I do. So last night I did cook because we were at a park, and there's not a really like good park or picnic area around here. So I have some baked beans. Oh, I just spilled everywhere. Oh my god. Who filled this so full? Okay, well, I was gonna wear these pants tomorrow, but now it doesn't look like I'm even gonna wear these pants for very long tonight. I just got bean juice all over it. Oh my gosh. Look at that mess. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever, it's fine. I'm gonna be at my friend's on Saturday so I can do laundry. I tried not to fill this too full. They only had the big, like the giant cans. I usually get the small cans of the vegetarian baked beans, but they only had the big can. So I did like a beans on toast meal the other night, but I only used like half the can, probably less than half the can. Oh, it's leaking. I'm just gonna keep this towel here. Not that it matters, my pants are already messed up. Anyway, beans on toast. Did that meal the other night, and I was like, oh, this can is giant. But I love cold baked beans. And so I was like, that's a perfect snack or like part of a meal for me in the van, because I like eating them cold. And then other things I have are some dairy-free cream cheese that I got on sale, and like some cut up veggies. But I don't love getting them in these containers because of the plastic. At the same time, it's only me. Since I'm not really cooking that much, I can't eat like a whole head of broccoli and cauliflower and carrots. But I want the mix of vegetables. And so my other option is like, well, I can buy it in the bags. But if I buy 3 bags of that, I still can't eat enough of that. And so there'd be so much food waste. And so the best option for me, if I want those vegetables, is kind of just to go that route, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah. The dogs are sleeping. They're so tired. I'm trying to think what we actually did today. Went on a hike this morning at the Natural Bridge State Park in Virginia because we stayed at the visitor center. There was overnight parking area for vans and RVs. And then we drove into town. I wanted to get, I needed a couple more dog treats and a little more food for them. So I found a town with a dog park nearby. And we were there for like an hour, hour and a half. And then I found the area of the Blue Ridge Parkway that was open. Because I wanted to drive on it yesterday. But it was closed in the area that I was. But I guess further south it's open. So I got to drive on that, which was really beautiful. And then I stayed at the Overlook and worked, and now we're here. So it was a good day. It was a pretty chill day, and I have really been needing kind of a more relaxing day. So I'm going to work the rest of the night. And I'll probably boogie out of Virginia tomorrow. Down into Tennessee. Yeah. All right. Good night. So we're still in Virginia, and I'm at Laurel Bed Lake. I only know that because of this sign. And we're just kind of driving around this wildlife management area. It said, a couple people online said that they camped out here, but I'm seeing a lot of no camping signs, and there's not good cell service anyway. So I think we're just gonna have lunch here because the view is really nice. And then we'll probably have to head out and find a place to stay for the night. So, but we're the only ones here, so it's really nice. All right, bye. Okay, so we left that wildlife management area. I'm glad we left when we did because there's a severe thunderstorm warning. I first heard it on the radio, and then I was like, oof, we should probably get back in the van and find a place to sleep. And we were driving, and then it just started raining super hard and got really windy. So I basically pulled off at the first Cracker Barrel that I could see on a sign on the side of the road, and I think we're still in Virginia. I think we're in Bristol area, so we're right on the border, about to go into Tennessee. If the rain lets up and the wind lets up, then we'll keep going, but it's already like almost 3:30. I have a call here in a couple minutes, and then we could just settle down and work. Might even eat at Cracker Barrel, I'm not sure. I don't know if I've ever eaten at a Cracker Barrel. I don't know if they have anything vegan. I could find out. But the dogs got plenty of exercise this morning and this afternoon, so I'm not too worried about them not being able to get out of the van much in the next few hours before we sleep. So hopefully it's not too bad of a storm, but we will see. Okay, so we ended up moving spots away from that Cracker Barrel. The rain started to let up and I was done with the meeting, so I was like, I'll drive for like 30 more minutes. And then I found this Walmart. We're in Tennessee now. We just crossed the border. So I had another meeting and then I'm just gonna work the rest of the night. Already walked and fed the dogs, so they are tired. Both of them are just like out. They didn't even really want to go on a walk. They're just like, we want to pee and eat and then go back to bed, lady. This was a good day. It's a good day. I don't know if you can see him. Sleepy boy. So we made it to Tennessee. We are at Warriors Path State Park. We are pretty much just gonna spend the morning here, walk the dogs around, and then head out because they're supposed to get snow. And I think I'm kind of done with snow for a little bit. So it was supposed to rain this morning, but it's not. I think that's why it's so empty. And this also isn't a hiking trail. It's like part of the park. So we are just checking it out. So as a side note to getting into the South, because I'm in Tennessee now, and like Southern Virginia is kind of the South. How I realized I was in the South, other than the people, because the people's accent and demeanor kind of change culturally as you kind of move further south. But there are less Dunkin' Donuts and more Bojangles. And that is when you are coming into the cusp of southern United States. That is all. A big theme for this trip is that it's cold and that we go to dog parks all the time. This one's really nice. It's big and no one else is here. I prefer when there are either no dogs or there's just one or two dogs. If it's too busy, I don't go in. Oh, it's recording. Okay. Hello. We are in Tennessee. I'm eating a salad. Trying to get those veggies, you know. Leo thinks he wants it, but it has like a vinegar dressing. You don't want it, buddy. Right, so we're in Tennessee. We went through Knoxville, so we're like between Knoxville and Chattanooga, I think. And we're gonna get to Decatur, Alabama tomorrow. I think we're like 3 or 4 hours away. We just kind of putzed along today. We went to a state park this morning. We went to a couple dog parks. I worked. Yeah, and we just kind of like slowly are making our way there. So we'll probably do something really similar tomorrow. We'll go to a park in the area, and then about halfway through the drive, if it is like 3 hours, then we'll stop at a dog park or another park so I can walk the dogs, and then we'll get to my friend's house. And I'll probably be there for like 3 or 4 days. I'm not really quite sure yet. I'll kind of see what their schedule is. But since it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday, I'm going to have Monday off. So I'll for sure be there Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Maybe stay till Wednesday. That would be kind of fun. Yeah. It'll be fun to hang out with people again. And not just these dogs, even though I love the dogs. Yeah. That's really all I have. Haven't really been doing too much exciting stuff this last few days. Just been kind of like working and making my way south. It's supposed to snow here tonight. I don't know what the temp is. It's kind of cold outside right now. It's 57 in the van. Thank you, Leah. Probably in the 30s outside. So last night it was not very cold, but tonight it'll probably not be like a cooler night inside the van. But that's okay because we're ready. All right, bye.